people say it's as common as 80% of black women. It's that common. Majority of them won't have any symptoms. For many people, they don't even know fibroid. Maybe they went for a scan, and then the doctor will scan and say, there's a small fibroid there. That's when they will know for the first time. I might not affect them all through life. So for majority of women, fibroid is not a problem to them. Few of them have fibroid with terrible problems, and those are the ones we're concerned about. And the alarming symptom of fibroid is the bleeding, the excessive bleeding. It can really be terrible. It can be terrible. There are other things, pain has been mentioned. Then the pressure effect. Because of the size, it will start resting on some other organs around the womb. And it can be as dangerous as called a kidney problem. Because if it's resting on the tube that connects the kidney, it can damage the kidney. So we know that it's a problem of reproductive age, and by the time the woman is getting to menopause, the hormone that is feeding the fibroid will no longer be there. That's the hormone that makes a woman a woman. As it's withdrawn, it will not feed the fibroid. So if the woman is close to menopause, the fibroid is not giving so much problem, she might be advised, okay, after menopause, the fibroid won't be a problem again because there will be nothing to feed it. But for some women, very rarely, the fibroid can also change. It's supposed to be a benign tumor, but it can become something more sinister. Those ones will definitely need surgery. Or if it's already compromising some other organs around the place, those ones will need surgery. But to a large extent, by the time a woman gets to menopause, the issue of heavy bleeding, the pain, so many other things might actually be cut off from the fibroid as a symptom. Fibroid, yes. Removing the fibroid can be a dangerous surgery sometimes. But it's so common around here that most doctors in Nigeria particularly can handle operating fibroid very well. Even much more than people who run abroad to go and do the fibroid, because they don't have as much experience, and to them, they are so afraid of it that they will just recommend, let's remove the ovum. You can't start removing fibroid one by one and then the bleeding and everything. But around here, the expertise has increased because of practice. And most doctors, most gynecologists can handle it quite well, as much as possible.
That couldn't get up. They want to get up, they couldn't get up. Then when I went to the cardiology hospital, Nigeria is
there is only one station that others look up to. A station where professionalism and class come to play. So in whatever we do, be it news, sports, politics, information and culture, even in entertainment, tourism, education, documentaries and kids programming, we set the standard others want to beat. Until your turn, no one does it better. Until your turn, station excellence.
Yeah, hello there. Of course, it's a very wonderful afternoon. The sun is not too hot. All right, the atmosphere is good. And whereas would you rather be the Nigerian Television Authority, Channel 10 Lagos, for this on the show. I'm Chris Aquarian, welcoming you to the program. And Miss Benu, she's dressed so well.
Hello there. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon, and I trust your Sunday is going well. Well, today's show is packed full because we have a lot of beautiful insights, beautiful programs with you. And then to have a lovely guest on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're not going to talk about the guest now because we don't want to let the cat out of the bag. But what's important is that that guest is going to tell you what's happening in Lagos State. But meanwhile, we're also going to talk about love. Don't run away from it. It's real. Talk about it. Let's talk about love, baby, right? That kind of thing. Right? So we're talking about love. And then we also look at what happened during International Women's Day celebration.
And then the month of
absolutely, the month of women.
Just stop celebrating.
We can't. And then we'll look at gospel music. Something great is going to happen. We'll talk about it. We'll have a guest. We'll talk about it today. So, do you know where your family is? Bring them to this channel, no matter the device you're watching us with, because it's happening here. Yeah. Where else would you rather
so
be?
Grab a cold drink, sit down, and relax.
Yeah, but not too cold.
I know he will say not
yes,
too cold.
Not too cold. Let it be
just relax and enjoy the show today.
Absolutely. So we'll be right back. Don't go away now.
I'm on you, I will scoop you from the ground up to you. I'm so ready for ya. Ya come down, my love, dirty fire. Love you, madam. I got a question for ya. How many guys don't struggle? How many guys don't fool ya? Got a part for you, fly. Don't get it wrong. Now you so much. I was so ready, but I was fucking mad. I just want you to go down. That's the truth, I go down. Faida, why you mean no? Become your house, you call it up, you don't reply, oh. Say not because Maria, I don't touch you, but you forget to say, girl, I feel control, you need good love. Nothing will ever stop me from loving you. And I know when if I be sad, you know that I could still call you. Girl, I need your change. Oh, I need your fire. Oh, for me, Jesus. You're my for your my fire, I could kill me, Jesus.
Baby, I want to follow you down to the altar. Baby, you tell me lo to show man, touch me, oh Amanda. But you talk, say you desire designer. You could stop if I order the China for you, girl. My love is for you, girl. You want it for my heart, oh, but you know change over. My heart is on the road, you give me leftover, baby, my baby, want to make you my baby. You see this, yes, my baby, just give us my brain. For me, ginger, nobody has to for your attack. Nobody have time I do that. For your attack,
Sunday show.
Hello there, this is Nigerian Television Authority Channel 10 Lagos. You're still watching the Sunday show on a bright Sunday afternoon. Where else would you rather be? Now let's talk gospel music. On the 1st of April, there will be Mega Jesus Praise. And it's going to attract the best gospel artists you can ever think of. And then Ebenezer
Obey will be there.
Amazing. Man,
yes,
you know.
Yinka will be there. BJ Sax.
BJ Sax. Yeah. I was with BJ Sax in one occasion, and that guy is good.
Good, right?
You know, he's very
the
good.
Trumpet
Sax,
and
yes,
sax, yes. Actually.
Yes. And then there are also a whole lot of others. Are so
exactly.
many, you know. But the most important thing is that show is free. that show is free. So you just walk in and enjoy yourself. And then, of course, some of the songs are songs that you know. So you can also sing and dance along
Yeah.
with
And it's
these
happening at the
artists.
Victoria Garden Conference and Event Center,
Mhm.
Alausa,
Yes.
Ikeja, Lagos.
Yeah, Victoria Garden Event Center at Alausa. It's a place where you can't miss, because it's at a junction. It's
Exactly.
yes, and then it's quite a popular place,
Okay.
So on that day, just make sure you prepare yourself to go
And like
attend.
Sakri said, gate fee is free.
Yes.
So
Yes, on the 1st of April,
yeah.
you attend this event and then you won't regret it. And the whole idea about this event is that it's still within the period of remembering that Jesus suffered for us and then paid the ultimate price and rose from the dead for us. So the gospel artists are actually going to lead us through this labyrinth of Christian music and then awaken in us that a sense of spirituality to understand the essence of Christ's coming,
Exactly.
his death and his
Okay.
resurrection.
So let's just see how the concerts will play. So we have the Mega Jesus concert. Let's just see, just tidbit of what that day will look like. Yeah.
Praise God like never before at the Jesus Mega Praise 2025. Happening live in Lagos on Tuesday, April 1st, 2025. There will be powerful song ministration by the General Commander, Ebenezer Obe, Baba Yewa, Elijah Akitide, Evangelist Ojoade, Laolu Benjo, and Donka Lashimori, DJ Nolaba, DJ Sax, Jimo Sound, and Jesu, Foursquare Choir. There will also be ministration. Prophet Abel Taiwojo, Baba Isoji Oriafefe, Pastor Stephen Antobite, Lagos Stand President, Pastor Sunday Odumodede, Pastor Samson Bamidayon, Pastor Wole Oladu, Pastor JT Kanejaye, and other anointed men of God that will be in action at Victory Garden Conference and Event Center, number 1, as before, opposite Hotel Hotel, CBD, Alausa Ikeja, Lagos, by 12 p.m. Jesus Mega Praise 2025. Tell a friend, attendance is free.
You're getting set for the Jesus Mega Praise concert at the event center on the 1st of April. 1st of April is Tuesday. It's not an April Fool's Day. I beg. So this is not April Fool's announcement. It has nothing to do with it.
It's
so
real.
It is.
It's real. And like you saw there, it's actually very free. So just plan to attend.
Now let's go straight to the Bomara Foundation. This foundation is still celebrating International Women's Day, and you know that this is the month for women.
Yeah.
And we're still celebrating women like any here.
Exactly. Every day of this month, we have to celebrate us.
Yes.
We can't the essence of being a woman cannot be overemphasized.
I agree, absolutely. Celebrate your spouse, celebrate your wife, your partner, your friend, your sister, your cousin, your niece, your neighbor. So celebrate women today. And then the Bomara Foundation, and a way of celebrating International Women's Day, reached out to women who are suffering from one disability or the other.
Yeah.
And of course, how else would you celebrate this month than to reach out to those who are disabled in some way? Or how do you put it? People who have certain dysfunctional ability. So let's find out what Bomara Foundation did and then how you can replicate that in your community.
National Women's Day, Bomara Foundation, in a benevolent and philanthropic nature, has deemed it fit to celebrate this day, 28th of March 2025, with women living with disabilities to commemorate the occasion. In a welcome address, Hajia Bolanle Muse stressed the reason for inclusiveness of the special beings, noting that there is always ability in disability.
For his purpose upon us, we got International Women's Day. Why the Women with Disability Foundation is entailed of, we celebrate the needy in our society. Think of though some people think about them, but not in the actual sense of it.
While speaking on the theme of the occasion, Accelerate Action Against All Odds, the mother of the day, Chief Mrs. Chinwe Ezenwa, the CEO, Liluk Bag, reiterated that no one living with disability must be neglected, as when they receive proper trainings and tutelage, they become products of nation's progress.
She has collaborated with Chanel Foundation, and what I saw today was a testament that women are great.
Other guests of honor at the occasion to include Honorable Idowu Olajumoke, the chairman of Papa Local Government, Mr. Bolaji Sumona, chairman, Nigeria Port Consultative Council, and Honorable Akim Ademola Ige, the chairman, Oyo State Pension Board, to mention a few, as this to say.
Decided this year to celebrate International Women's Day with women with disabilities.
Ways that a lot of people are doing visual appreciation creator, just like the fact that they were in that situation.
So glad is my heart. Really impressed by what Bomara Foundation and Channel has put together for us today.
He's doing is a testament of her goodwill to humanity, her philanthropy, and helping women in our society and in our community.
Other activities of the day was the display of products made by the women with disabilities. Reacting to this kind gesture by Bomara Foundation under the leadership of Ajia Bola Muse, Mrs. Sophia Matthews sends her words of appreciation on behalf of women with disabilities.
Celebration of women, it's beyond my wildest dream.
From Lagos, NTA News.
Well, that was Bomara Foundation led by Laja Bola Muse. You see what they are doing, trying to mobilize the physically challenged women to get engaged in life-saving activities. And these are commercial activities that would make them not to be dependent on other people. And that's what's most important.
So like empowering them.
That's what it is.
Because when you hear being disabled, it means that person has automatically become a beggar. But right now, people are becoming very enlightened. A lot of people are now becoming philanthropists, seeing that, okay, if we help these people, society can
then
be
stop
better.
begging. And then the feeling that they're physically challenged will be reduced to an extent. And then you give them the opportunity to have a second attempt at life. Isn't that what you should be doing right now? So be thinking about it, whether you're an organization or an individual that God has blessed, and you have the opportunity to help others who are not as well to do as you are, whether they're physically challenged or not, so that we can have a society where we're helping each other. You know, people talk about peace, but love is better, isn't it? Why we talk about peace,
Love
love is
makes
better.
the world go round.
Absolutely. So that also brings us to our next guest.
Celebrating icons of creativity. Women, we are icons of creativity. So we're talking about the International Women's Day. We turn the spotlight on an icon of creativity who happens to be Ara Lola, the female talking drummer. Yes, so let's just see how it played out.
Enjoy it. Make sure you enjoy it. All right.
Nigeria has a rich cultural heritage and a long history of producing remarkable women who have made significant contributions to fields, from politics, entertainment and arts to science and technology. In the field of entertainment and music, women like Tiwa Savage, Genevieve Unnaji, who are known globally, have overcome challenges and stereotypes and have inspired others to follow in their footsteps. Today, we celebrate a female icon of creativity, Ara Lola Olamuyiwa, commonly known by her stage name Ara, a singer, entertainer, talking drummer, and cultural ambassador of the Oni of Ife.
When I started playing the talking drum, I taught myself to listen and play differently. Because of course everybody knows that when I speak there were no females out there. So it was difficult getting anyone to teach me. But after watching them for some time and getting to know the tones of talking drum.
Women in entertainment have continued to break barriers, challenges, stereotypes while creating a more inclusive and equitable industry where everyone has the opportunity to succeed, paving way for the new generation of leaders.
They were in awe, you know. Of course, I was told I would not be able to have kids. I may not be able to have kids, you know, and so on and so forth. But I told myself, no, I'm going for this. Nothing will stop me. You know, I didn't feel that my culture or tradition should be that, you know, negative. So, and how can something so beautiful like a musical instrument then be, you know, that would have like this stereotype and, you know, perceived as being some evil, you know, things that may happen and all of that. So, but then I'm glad and I thank God that I didn't let any of those, you know, things stop me.
As we celebrate this icon of creativity, we are reminded that women can break barriers and rise to the top. We are reminded of the transformative power of art, music, and literature to shape cultures and inspire positive change.
Each time I go out there, I make sure that I'm representing fully my culture. So anytime I'm on stage, it makes me happy that I'm able to, you know, educate you. I was on tour in Spain last year, or 2 years ago now, and during my performances, of course, I teach them a few, you know, simple words of Yoruba, wa, jeun, joko, dide, lo, love it. I tell you, the first day we did that, the following day, you know, we went sightseeing, and they
Ara, I'm in love with her and her music. But let's quickly go straight to the interview we had with Mrs. Obu.
Abiola Obu.
Yes, Mrs. Abiola Obu, and she talked about love and the essence of love. So let's just watch a bit of that before we go to the network news. She is actually an expert in too many things.
Yeah, so many.
Marriage and family therapist. She's a member of the African Network of Professional Counselors. All right, the counselors. So let's hear what she has to say. So, Ms. Obu, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Yeah, and we are discussing a very important and multifaceted topic titled This Thing Called Love. I am super excited today on this topic, and there's no other person to talk about it than our marriage therapist.
Well, this thing called love. I mean, I had to put in a movie like that actually. So let's hear it from her. This thing called love. What's it all about?
Love, love, love. Love is a beautiful thing. And let me say, love is a complex and multifaceted emotion that can be understood in different ways. What love means to me is not what love means to you. So the fact that people don't understand love, like there's a popular saying that what you don't know, if you don't know what you don't know the value of a thing, you can abuse it. Love has been misinterpreted. Love has been given different kinds of meaning based on individual perception and belief. And so love is something that is beautiful. Love is something that everybody should experience. And a lot of people don't know what love is not. you must know what love is not. Love is not being possessive. Love is not abuse. Love is not manipulating. Love is not trying to be obsessive. Because I see a lot of people and they'll tell you, I'm here because I'm in love. You're dying and you say, I love him. I love her, she's there. You need to understand what love is. Love is sacrifice.
Love is not slavery.
Love is not stupid. I used to tell people, I said, in Lagos, they say, shine your eyes. Love is not blind. Like, you know, they hear love is blind. I say, if love is blind, marriage is the lens that will open your eyes.
Yeah.
Love is not stupid. People say we fall in love. Please don't fall in love. Love is a choice thing. It's an intentional thing. You don't fall in love. You should walk into love. It's something you intentionally go into. So when you fall in love, you can fall out. But when you walk into love, you can stay in love. Love is something that you have to nurture for it to grow. Just like you have plants in the garden, you have to water them to make sure they grow well. Love is not something, it's beyond I love you and it ends there. Love is not sex. Love is not money. Say, give me something that I know you love me. You know, the men you say, prove to me that you love me. I say, why do you always
No, it's not men
That's why you find out that most times men will say, prove to me you love me. And when they're asking them, they want sex.
Yeah, but what about the woman? Prove to me that you love me.
Yes, it's
She wants money.
See, you don't need to prove love. Love itself will manifest. Love is sacrifice. Love is empathy.
That's
love
why
is
when
kind.
couples are not, they live together, they are no more in love, they're just like roommates.
Then you need to find out the foundation. Was it based on love in the first place? A lot of people are in situationship and not relationship. What brought them together need to be questioned. So if the foundation, like the Holy Bible says, if the foundation is faulty, you will only be patching cracks. And then,
therefore, love itself has to be foundational.
Yes.
So what you are then experiencing will be the building blocks of that relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to end in marriage.
No.
So it doesn't also have to be sexual.
No.
So love, since it's self-giving, since it's sacrifice, it could be with anybody.
Anybody.
It could be under any circumstance.
Yeah.
Okay. But people are used to thinking of love from the point of view of sexual gratification and probably financial gains. All right. So as a therapist, how would you analyze such a situation, knowing fully that a lot of people are mad in it, and that is what you find in our society?
Especially the younger
generation.
Gen Zs right now.
Yes.
So what would you say about that?
Yes, I was on Jordan yesterday and I was talking about people. There is one thing to give love. It's another thing to know how to receive love.
Okay.
And that takes me to the love language. If you know your love language, you will know how best you want to be loved. It's not everybody who receives a gift that feel loved. It's not everybody who you give money that feel love. There was a client, I remember that they traveled to the US, they went to Paris, Dubai, and he got her the latest Versa 2022 tear leather. And the woman would say, who sent you? You don't love me. And the man was like, what else do you want me? And then she said, all I'm asking for is spend 1 hour with me. So apparently, quality time is a love language. So sometimes we
Hello, this is the news update on NTA International. I am Vivian Izadifi. U.S. President Donald Trump has revoked security clearance from his previously defeated Democratic election rivals, Kamala Harris and Hillary Clinton, as well as a number of other former officials and critics. Former U.S. presidents and top security officials usually keep their security clearance as a courtesy. Trump's revocations focus on top Biden administration officials, as well as prominent political critics and attorneys who have challenged Trump or his allies in in court. Trump also targeted two of his own former officials from his first term, Fiona Hill and Alexander Windman, who testified during his first impeachment trial that began in 2019. The South African ambassador who was expelled from the United States in a row with President Donald Trump's government arrived home on Sunday to a roll-call welcome and struck a defiant tone over the decision. Ibrahim Russell told supporters in Cape Town that it was not his choice to come home, but he has no regrets. He was ousted from Washington on accusations of being a race-baiting politician who hates Trump. The outgoing ambassador of Liberia to Nigeria, Benin, and Equatorial Guinea, as well as the permanent representative to ECOWAS, Dr. Alhassan Conte, has paid a farewell visit to the president of the ECOWAS Commission, Dr. Umar Aliu Tori, where he expressed his appreciation to ECOWAS for supporting him and underscored ECOWAS' long-standing support to his country, especially during difficult times. Dr. Conte also applauded the president of the Commission for supporting the setting up of the ECOWAS Permanent Representative Committee, PRC, as an advisory body. Back home, the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, has directed Nigerian Air Force personnel to intensify air offenses against bandits while ensuring maximum protection for civilians, as this directive aligns with the NAV's Civilian Harm Mitigation Action Plan. Air Marshal Abubakar made this known during his visit to the Air Component Headquarters of Operation Fansanyama in Katsina and Sokoto states. During his visit, the Chief of the Air Staff conducted a first-hand assessment of operational aircraft and ongoing infrastructural projects while in Sokoto. Those are stories trending at this time. Thank you for watching. I am Vivian Izadifi.
Sunday show on NTA show on NTA Channel 10. Sunday show on NTA Channel 10.
Welcome to OK Synthesis, established and modern African setting company with vibrant colors and design.
Television Authority, Channel 10, Lagos, station for excellence. And of course, this is the Sunday show, whereas we'd rather be sit here with Ene Hassan at this wonderful Sunday afternoon. And I'm asking, do you know where your family is? Of course, bring everybody together. And then we have a wonderful guest in our studio today. You know, what happens is if you're a government and people don't know what you're doing, it's like winking in the dark.
Yeah.
If you're a government and people misinterpret or misunderstand what you're doing, they will never be beneficiaries. There will always be more complainants than those who are happy with what you're doing. And that's where this gentleman comes in. He's Honorable Gbenga Omotosho. He's a commissioner, honorable commissioner for information and strategy, Lagos State. Welcome to the Sunday show.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure having you, sir.
You didn't. I told him I was going to steal his shoe. We're going to steal the shoe. I mean, it's a moccasin. Honorable Commissioner, nice to have you here.
Yeah. Thank you.
I want to ask you a very personal question. How do you feel when people misunderstand what government is doing in their interest?
Well, I feel very bad. But at the same time, I've been a beneficiary of free speech. So I like people to express themselves, to say, we are not doing the right thing. What we are doing, we are not doing it enough. And when you go out and hear such things, television or
motivate you.
radio. I feel very bad when I go back into my own room to rethink the whole thing and see how I can re-strategize and make people to know more what we are doing in the association of the governor, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu. So I feel, good when people that we even know that we exist. So now that you think that what we are doing, maybe we are not doing enough. So we go back and re-strategize and ensure that we do enough.
Okay. Yeah. Let me also take you to the either unreached or underreached areas. Well, the metropolis, people can listen to radio, watch television or the internet, no matter how distorted the social media is. But there are also those areas, rural areas, out of reach areas. How do you manage to get information across them? Why I'm asking you this is that, in the 60s and maybe late 70s, we had public enlightenment vans, we had the mega shouts, then we had the each one tell one, then we used the traditional institutions to pass information, and then they say, oh, the government said that we should do this, do that, do that. And I'm saying this because of, take, for instance, an exercise like immunization, take for instance, or an exercise like registering to benefit from government, giving them money here and there and so on and so on. So how do you get those people involved in governance?
Well, thank you so much. Some of the things you said that used to happen in those days, they still happen today. We still have the vans going around. We still have the people carrying megaphone. We still have people who are on the streets, in marketplaces, with handbills, leaflets, telling people what to do and not what to do. We still have our people in riverine areas where we have public affairs officers who go in there to tell the people what we should do. But above all, Lagos is a very well organized society. We have what we call community development associations. These are people that are in every community.
Absolutely.
And through them, we can pass information and it flows down just like that. So in Lagos, we do not have the problem of how we get information down to people. And we ensure that everything that we do that will be of a great benefit to the people, we put on television, we put on radio. As you know, Lagos has the highest number of media houses anywhere in Africa.
Absolutely.
Over 70 radio
stations,
television stations. And the government itself is not taking it easy, in the area of pushing out information. Thank God for internet. Thank God for all of the things that we have now that we use in passing messages. So many channels now, and all of these channels we oil all the time. Our television stations are live, so we have the unique advantage of being the host of the highest number of media houses anywhere in Africa. So in Lagos, passing information down from top to down is not something that is difficult.
Okay, so Honorable Commissioner, can you just quickly highlight some notable achievements of the Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration?
Great. I usually tell people when they criticize us, and my boss, Mr. Sanwo-Olu, always says so too, that you may not like us, but what we are doing, you cannot say you want to deny it. Because you see it. The deaf will see it, the blind will feel it. There's nobody will not know that Lagos is the only subnational that has been able to put rail on tracks anywhere in the world. And today people are enjoying the blue line.
Well, you're talking about rail. I'm not interjecting. We read recently that you want to collaborate with the Nigerian Railway Corporation. Is it to expand your internal rail system?
We've always been working with Nigerian Railway Corporation. Take, for example, the Red Line. The Red Line, we didn't build new tracks. We only collaborated with Nigerian Railway Corporation to use their tracks. And that's why it was easy for us to be able to build the red line when, according to the deadline that Mr. Governor gave when he was doing the groundbreaking. He said he was going to finish it during his own time, because some people used to taunt us that we started building the blue line a long time ago, and that we couldn't finish it. So when we completed that, they said, "Hey, at last." But this red line, he said, I think on August 15, 2021, when he was doing the groundbreaking, that he was going to finish it during his tenure. And thank God, during his first tenure, he finished it. And today people are enjoying the red line, traveling all the way from Agbado on the outskirts of Lagos to Oyingbo, in the heart of Lagos mainland. A journey that used to take about 2-3 hours at the best of times. Bumpy journey, sweating, groaning, but today it's a smooth ride all the way.
Comfort of
so much so that Ogun State is even talking about how to expand
they're talking about
further than Agbado. So people are looking at that and they are very happy. Over 20-something housing projects. People are living in those houses, and even though they are not enough, but we keep on building. And those houses, they symbolize the hope that Lagos is going to get better for everybody in terms of housing. Only this week we've been commissioning, this last week we've been commissioning schools, iconic schools, very beautiful schools that can be the best anywhere, compared with the best anywhere in the world, with sporting facilities, staff quarters, sick bay for students, staff room, and then very nice sporting facilities, the best that can even take the Super Eagles to come and train on such a species. So we have such schools, so many of them, 16 of them commissioned in 1 week, all over Lagos, in Ikorodu, in Ipeshe, in Badagry, on the island, in Ilupeju. Everywhere you have these beautiful schools that have now become signature of what the Sanwo-Olu administration and Amsar administration, what they're doing. So everybody is, in my own view, seeing all of the things that we are doing. We want to talk about the roads, about 36 of them that have just been commissioned recently, Basekumade Road and the Bubamarwa Road, all the roads that have been there for several years that we have been able to complete, and people are now enjoying them. The Ikeja GRA network of roads, Obato Sumun, Sasebon Street, and all of those places. So you want to talk about the ones on the island, the Ikoyi network of roads, McPherson Road, Femi Okunu Road, Ilabere, and all of them. These are roads that they are very busy, and they used to be very bad, but now people are enjoying smooth ride on them. So if you look at what we have done in education, what we have done in health, we have been able to refurbish so many of our general hospitals, and then our primary healthcare centers, and then we are building very big, iconic hospitals like the one we are doing in Ojona, the first general hospital to be built in decades in Lagos, or the new Massey Street Hospital that is going to be.
Yes, I want you to expatiate on that.
Healthcare system.
A new Massey Street Hospital. It doesn't look as if work is going on that fast.
It's been very fast. In fact, it's amazing because it's big. It's going to be the biggest pediatric hospital in sub-Saharan Africa. So in terms of finance, funding, the government has to be creative about this. In terms of expertise, people are coming from everywhere in the world where you have experts to build that kind of hospital. And if you get there now,
it's actually strategic. But my problem is, the roads linking to it, how are you navigating it? Knowing fully well.
Those are some of the roads you have just commissioned.
Yes, you've commissioned some. Yes, Papa Street, I do know.
And then Adeniji Adele. So we built these roads, paid a lot of compensation for people whose property were brought down for the roads. So roads that will lead to the hospital, they are solid roads, built by Julius Berger, and then the kind of roads that will last several decades.
Now, you're still talking about health now. I do know that the general hospitals are equipped. I will I will say that. But you're building more in certain areas. Still within the local governments, right?
We have over 323
general hospitals,
primary healthcare centers.
Okay, primary health centers, okay.
General hospitals, I think about 16 of them.
Yes.
So they are in everywhere you want to go. The thing is that Lagos is even, I usually tell people that it's a victim of its own success. The tertiary hospitals that we have, they are good enough for us and well equipped. But the problem is that you find people who don't even know that they have to go to the primary healthcare centers. You have a headache, you start rushing down to Lagos University Teaching Hospital.
Well, that was because the primary healthcare. No, that was because the primary healthcare centers were not developed until now. So it also boils down to your ministry to let them know that if you have malaria, I mean,
you can walk in there and get better treatment. You don't have to
start going to Luz to or LASU to take, treatment. I do know, you would recall when Professor Luka Ransome-Kuti was Minister of Health when he was alive, when the primary healthcare system was actually, developed in Nigeria, that people started going until all these places became overgrown with grasses and all that. Okay, but then I am glad with what you're doing now. But the issue now is getting the people's attention back
to the primary health
care system, because I do know that there are some primary health care centers that your government had to move equipment to another because people were not patronizing them. You know that. So and that isn't good for that community where those equipment were moved, because at the end of the day they will still have to look for another primary health care center. So that's why your ministry also has to make them to see that this is very important. But on commission, we're going to pause here a bit. We need to make some money too. So, we'll be right back after these commercials.
Stylish and modern African setting company with vibrant colors and design. Importer and exporter in different kinds of fabrics. Well-loaded warehouse of various designs of fabric. Taking you through to the shop's outlet where DisplayMate is your pick-up point. Well-equipped staff to carry out your satisfactory services. Introducing you to our management where complete better services as well as your satisfaction is our major. Imagine wearing traditional styles and elegance, giving you the definition of confidence. A bustling marketing environment with a quick cut in between fabrics. Our extensive range of fabrics include intricate designs within colors and unique textures that reflect individual styles and personality. Our collections constantly involving new and exciting fabrics being added daily. For more information on our services and location nationwide, visit our website www.okcintesa.com or our social media handle. For quick customer services, call 070-4073-8601. OK Cintesa, not just a home for fabric, but a place where tradition meets elegance.
Sunday show on NTA Channel 10.
Guys, what we're basically doing today is to search for the tastiest biscuits ever on the playground. Are you guys ready? Yeah! The search starts in 3, 2, 1, let's go!
Sona biscuits are rich in flavor, nourishment, and excitement. Grab a bite today.
Now, welcome back. This is still Nigerian Television Authority Channel 10, Lagos Station for Excellence. And this is a Sunday show, and we are still discussing with the Honorable Commissioner for Information Strategy, Lagos State, Honorable Gbenga Omotosho. But it's time to find out exactly what are the problems and challenges. I don't really like saying problems. The challenges.
Okay, challenges. Yeah.
Everybody has problems. I mean, even you have a problem eating. So there are some challenges your government is having.
And then how are they being addressed?
Yeah, thank you so much. Mr. Governor is always saying that if there were no challenges, we wouldn't have been here.
Absolutely.
So anytime people complain about problems, say, yeah, that's why they elected us. We have to confront such challenges and resolve them. So there are so many. In my own personal view and from what I have gathered from my colleagues and from what I have seen too, first the challenge of funding. We are doing gigantic, humongous projects that require so much money. I've just spoken about the rail. That Lagos has been the only subnational anywhere in the world doing a rail without money from the federal government coming into it or from any other source, although the federal government came to assist recently. But funding, because most of our people don't like paying taxes. Lagos is like about 25 million people. Of these 25 million people, as of the last time I checked, about a year ago, we had about 6.5 million people in the tax net. And out of these 6.5 million people, about 4.2 are active taxpayers. And of the 4.2 who are active taxpayers, we have about 70%, almost 75% are pay as you earn people. Okay. You and I who get this money deducted from our salaries.
Directly.
So the big guys who drive SUVs, who even fly helicopters, they don't pay. And their argument is that their kids don't go to your school. The argument is that they do not use your hospitals. When they are ill, they fly to London. Abroad. But we tell them that when you are flying to London, the road that you fly from Ikoyi, from VI, from money. So it's only when they have something to do with government that you have the opportunity of asking them to wear some tax paper. So you still see that people who are the ones who are salary earners are the ones who are paying. So our people don't pay taxes, and that's a big problem. You cannot develop without taxes. And that's why we are trying everything possible to improve on taxation, bring as many people as possible into the tax net, even though we are not raising taxes at all, and then being creative about it. You know, then another problem that I have seen is that of population. Too many people coming into Lagos and mounting pressure on the infrastructural facilities. We cannot mount a gate at a badger and stop people from coming in.
Well, because the place is good, so people have to come. Let's quickly go to because we really have to put this program to bed now.
So
what are the new things,
initiatives, new projects that the administration is embarking on before the end of its tenure?
So many things. I've just spoken about the new Magistrate Hospital. I've spoken about the 150-bed general hospital in Ojo, the first to be built in decades by Lagos State government. Then there's also the mental health center in Ketu.
Okay, that's mental health.
About 500 beds, which we are also building. And it's not just that people will get treated for mental health problems. They can also be rehabilitated there. It's also going to be a rehabilitation center. Or the food and logistics center that we are building in Ketu, which is going to be the biggest in sub-Saharan Africa, which is going to be capable to store food that, God forbid, should there be famine in the land. Lagosians, at least 5 million of them, can feed for 3 months without
you're already building that.
Yes. Great. I mean, we are going to commission at least the first stage of it around June this year by the grace of God. So many things, new roads that we are building, and then people complaining about street lights. Very soon, the Lagos streets will be brightened up everywhere. And so many other things that we have embarked on.
Quickly, let me ask you. I'm even coming to waterways now because you're doing quite a lot. People are beginning to travel through the waterways now that I know. You know, let me quickly ask you: how are you dealing with price issues, arbitrary
inflation
in price? Yeah, I don't want to talk about inflation generally. Inflation is coming down, yes, but arbitrary increase prices of especially foodstuffs, because people have seen that there are a lot of people. So they just mark up these things, just to grab money and run. What is government doing about this?
The report we are getting is that prices are coming down. As inflation is coming down, and federal government is tackling the insecurity problem. Farmers are beginning to return to their farms, and then the roads are getting safer and more foodstuff coming into Lagos. So what we usually do is to use our community development associations, to use our local government ministry to appeal to people not to increase food prices arbitrarily, to be our brothers keepers. But one thing that I usually tell people, especially those who also complain about house rent, is that it's a matter of demand and supply. So long as demand is higher than supply, there is no way we will not have that kind of situation. That
why it comes to house rent, right?
But the government is now doing a law very soon that we go to the House of Assembly, that you cannot just increase the rent arbitrarily. And all the former laws that we used to have in that sector will now be penetrating into a situation that is going to be a win-win for everybody. You are coming to invest in that sector and trying to make money from it, you are not going to lose your money, and those who are supposed to enjoy the facilities,
we don't also die trying to live in the house.
But they are left for them to be able to take.
Quickly, let me put you on the spot, just in in 2 seconds. The issue of the House of Assembly, how far have you resolved it now?
Well, I am not.
I know.
The speaker for the House of Assembly.
But
what I have seen is that there has been peace in Lagos.
It's been resolved.
Because Lagos has a very effective machinery that can be pressed into service at any point in time to resolve any problem.
Great. Okay. Finally, how would you describe your governor? Fast.
A very good man.
No, not just good.
Efficient, intelligent, credible, and an action man.
I like an action man. Okay. So, finally, what do you want the viewers to know about Lagos State government? And what do you want them to do?
Well, I want them to keep on supporting the administration of Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu and Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat, because they mean well for Lagosians. They have passion for Lagos. They have compassion for the people. So for them, it's all work, and work for Lagos. So I want people to just continue to show understanding, continue to show support, continue to be resilient about whatever we are seeing in Lagos.
Great. I'm afraid if we leave you here, it's time to put this program to bed. But then we need to thank the Honorable Commissioner for Information Strategy, Honorable Benga Omotoso. He's a gentleman. He's strong. He's healthy. You could see he's bounced into the studio. Actually, thank you for being on the program. And then we do hope you'll come again when we invite you.
Sure.
Great. And then so it's time to thank you, viewers, for being part of this program today, and to ask you to look forward to another edition on Sunday, God willing, and to thank those behind the scene, from a producer to cameraman, director, floor management, and then all those who are part of this production. We thank you for making it possible for us to get across to our viewers, who are wonderful. And then, of course, from Anna here, Ms. Benwe.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful show, and thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed week. My name is Ede Hassan.
Yes, have a blessed week, but don't forget, you're a citizen of Nigeria. Do not do anything to destroy this nation. See you on Sunday, God willing. Bye for now.
This time, I don't wanna cross the line. I'm waiting in the right line. Show you. Honey, love your big ways. You got me running under the line. Girl, I hope you understand. Girl, I wanna see you showcase. Got your body all rotated, dance. 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 I want to be your man. I wanna be your man.